Here's a fact. The foods we love the most are often the same ones slowly sabotaging our health. It's like dating a bad partner. You know it's wrong, but they're just so tempting. Welcome back to Brain and Belly. Today, I'm going to walk you through 8 of the worst foods that you should avoid. Why they're bad, how they sneak into your life, and what to eat instead. This isn't fear-mongering. It's food science, served with a side of wit. Because nutrition doesn't have to be boring, and your brain and belly both deserve better fuel. Let's dive in. First up, ultra-processed foods. That's basically anything with more ingredients than a Shakespeare play. Think chips, instant noodles, frozen pizzas, packaged snacks, even some so-called diet bars. Why avoid them? Because studies link them to obesity, diabetes, heart diseases, and even depression. Why? The additives, emulsifiers, and preservatives mess with your gut bacteria. And when your gut bacteria are unhappy, your whole body feels it. How do we eat them? Most out of convenience. Late night hunger, instant noodles, busy day, microwave dinner. Here's the zinger. If the ingredient list sounds like a chemistry experiment, you're not eating food. You're doing science on your colon. A better swap, real whole foods. Nuts, fruits, homemade fruit, some fruit mixes, roasted chickpeas, actual cooked meals. You batch prep. Convenience without the chemicals. Second, sugary drinks. Soda energy drinks, bottled iced teas, bubble tea, those smoothies that sound healthy but pack more sugar than a donut shop. Why avoid them? Because your brain doesn't register liquid sugar as food. You drink 200 calories of soda and surprise, you're still hungry. Plus, 1 can a day can increase your risk of type 2 diabetes by about 20%, according to Harvard research. How do we consume them? Lunch with a Coke, pre-workout drink, Frappuccino treats, bubble tea meetups. Sugary drinks are basically desserts in disguise, except you don't even get the joy of chewing. A better swap? Sparkling water with lemon, unsweetened iced tea, black coffee, or fruit-infused water. Your pancreas will thank you. Third, fried foods. French fries, fried chicken, onion rings, donuts. The holy trinity of guilty pleasure. Why avoid them? Because they're often fried in reused oil, which form trans fats. That's bad news for your heart. Plus, deep frying forms acrylamide, a chemical linked to cancer. How do we eat them? Fast food drive-thrus, pub nights, cheat meals. A French fry is just a potato that made a deal with the devil. Avoid it if you can. Better swap is oven-baked fries, roasted sweet potatoes, or air-fried veggies. You still get the crunch without the cardiovascular side effects. Fourth, processed meats. Bacon, hot dogs, sausages, deli slices. Why avoid them? Because the World Health Organization officially classifies them as Group 1 carcinogens, the same category as smoking. They're full of nitrates, sodium, and saturated fat, all linked to colorectal cancer and heart diseases. How do we consume them? Breakfast bacon, sandwich meats, backyard barbecues. The hot dog might taste like nostalgia, but your colon isn't feeling sentimental. A better swap? Fresh poultry, fish, beans, lentils, or tofu. Still plenty of protein, minus the cancer warning label. Fifth, refined carbs. White bread, white rice, pastries, sugary cereals. Basically anything that once had fiber but got stripped down like a Hollywood remake. Why avoid them? Because they spike your blood sugar, then drop it like a bad date. That roller coaster leads to hunger, cravings, and eventually insulin resistance. How do we consume them? Morning bagels, pizza crusts, rice bowls, late night cookies. Refined carbs are like that friend who hypes you up and then ditches you at the party. A better swap? Whole grains like oats, brown rice, quinoa, and whole wheat bread. They keep you full longer and don't mess with your blood sugar. Number 6. High sodium foods. Packaged soups, frozen pizzas, chips, instant ramen, even that extra splash of soy sauce. Why avoid them? Too much salt raises your blood pressure, stresses your arteries, and increases the risk of stroke and heart attack. The World Health Organization says we should cap sodium at 2,300 milligrams per day. Most people eat double that amount. How do we consume them? Takeout, fast food, snacks, just add water meals. Salt makes everything taste good except your blood pressure report. A better swap is to use herbs, spices, garlic, lemon juice, flavor without the hypertension. 7. Sugar bombs in disguise. Ketchup, barbecue sauce, sweet salad dressings, plus desserts like cake, ice cream, and cookies. Why avoid them? Because a single tablespoon of ketchup has a teaspoon of sugar. Desserts drive dopamine spikes in the brain, which makes sugar borderline addictive. How do we consume them? Drenching fries in ketchup, late night ice cream, birthday cakes, holiday cookies. Your ketchup bottle has got more sugar than a glazed donut. Let that sink in. A better swap is a homemade dressing with olive oil and vinegar, fruit-based desserts, or square of dark chocolate. And finally, number 8, alcohol. Beer, wine, cocktails, shots. Why avoid? In moderation, most people are fine. But excessive drinking damages your liver, increases cancer risk, shrinks your brain, and adds empty calories that love turning into belly fat. And according to the World Health Organization, there's technically no true safe level of alcohol. How do we consume it? Social events, stress relief, Friday nights. Alcohol is like borrowing happiness from tomorrow and handing your liver the bill. A better swap are mocktails, sparkling water, kombucha, or just pacing your drinks and drink less. So here's the bottom line. Food is fuel, but it's also culture, comfort, and joy. You don't need to exile every single one of these foods forever. That's unrealistic. But knowing how they affect you helps you make smarter choices. Think of it like money. A small purge here and there won't break the bank, but constant overspending leads to debt. And in this case, your health pays the price. So choose more real foods. Cook at home, question the ingredient list, and enjoy the occasional slices of cake guilt-free, because now it's an informed choice. Thanks for watching. If this gave you food for thought, hit that like button, share it with your friend, and subscribe, because your brain and belly deserves better than junk food. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. It's free for you, and it helps me stay focused to make more such informative content. Until next time, stay hungry.